Hello everybody. I'm making this video because there are some things that I need to talk to you about. This is sort of a state of the channel, how things are going presently, plus what things could look like in the future, plus some updates on like Monstrous Heroes, on the mega campaign, on my next book, my next project. So there's a lot. I'll try to keep this fairly compact. All right, so some things I just need to get off my chest, essentially. First of all, regarding my channel, my YouTube channel here. YouTube is a bloody roller coaster, and my channel has been, let's just say, greatly inconsistent for a while now. I've had some realizations about that, about some things that I could be doing better, and about some things that are sort of out of my control. Despite the fact that I've surpassed 100,000 subscribers and I gain a pretty decent amount of subscribers all the time, the views are wildly inconsistent. Sometimes things are great. Every once in a while they're really great and they're glorious. Other times they're so-so, and then other times they're bad. It's really difficult and it makes me think like, can I even keep doing this? So one thing I've realized is that I'm not doing a good enough job of connecting with the audience. A lot of my videos are just me narrating with still images over it, and I'm sort of this disembodied voice. So I'm trying to get better at videos where I appear and I speak impromptu, and I'm trying to speak in an articulate way and to keep things concise and impactful and interesting. Who wants another boring, rambly YouTuber, right? So I'm going to be doing my best to try to continue to get better, to increase the quality of my videos, and to be able to connect with you all, with the viewers, more. But part of it is also largely out of my control. To a great extent, I am at the whims of the damn algorithm of YouTube. And a lot of people, when they go on to watch YouTube, they just go to their homepage, where you really don't necessarily see the newest uploads of the people you subscribe to. At the homepage, YouTube is just feeding you, the algorithm is just feeding you what it thinks is going to engage you the most, get your clicks the most, hold your attention, and also it tries to, let's say, promote things, push things, really, ideas and agendas that YouTube thinks are important, whether or not it's something that you think it's important. So, yeah. I'm going to do my best to try to help stabilize things out better on the views front by what I just mentioned about appearing in videos more and trying to engage with the audience more, you all. And what else could stabilize me? Well, Patreon is a stabilizing force, and there are some people, some of you that do support me there, and that's fantastic, and I greatly appreciate that. But there's this disparity. I promote the Patreon in quite a bit of videos, but it doesn't actually seem to translate into much. I don't get a great amount of people that then go on to become a patron, and I'm not quite sure if that's because I need to put the Patreon promotion earlier in the video, if there's something I'm not saying that would help show people more, the benefits of it. I think the benefits of the Patreon are pretty cool. I've got this newsletter that has some really cool content in it, and I do these maps every month that draw upon my many years of DMing experience to create these dynamic dungeons that have some really interesting flow to them. And then I do these 2 drawings of selected patrons every month. I do 2 selections, and those who get selected, they can either give me the concept for their monster to get fleshed out and put into the next newsletter, or appear on the Bard stream, or do like a one-on-one Zoom call with me, or get some sort of feedback from me. So the rewards are pretty cool. I'm just not quite sure why that's not translating. By the way, another reason I'm doing this video is I want to get feedback from you, not just about the Patreon bit, but really just about anything. Any input, any constructive criticism, any suggestions you have, please put them down in the comments. I'm going to be paying extra close attention to the comments on this video. It's really an honor to be doing this kind of work. This is my life's calling, to be a writer, a storyteller, a game designer, an artist. This is really what moves me. This is what has always moved me. And why is it that I love it so much? Well, I do have this need, this necessity to create, yes, but it's more than just that. It's connecting with you all. That's really what motivates me. The idea that I might, stimulate somebody else's creativity, or be thought-provoking or inspiring to people, or to help people. I feel like there is this great legacy, this lineage that we're all a part of, that we're inheriting. It's this torch that's been handed down from generation to generation of this great mythic tradition, this great human drama. And this is beautifully expressed through the fantasy genre and through RPGs, where we go through these quests and these adventures where we face the unknown and we search for valuables and treasures and to recover those who have been lost or kidnapped and to try to reach higher levels of being. This grappling with good and evil, this hero's journey. And I really want to be a good steward of that torch, that divine flame, to help other people to rise up from the muck that we're all in and somehow gaze and set our aims towards the stars, and then someday hopefully pass that torch on to the next generation. That relates a lot to the style of my channel, the style of my brand, to respect the traditions that got us to where we are, to try to keep alive the heart and the soul, to take the RPG experience seriously. There's great potential. There's so much potential in this format that I see, and I don't think the pinnacle has been reached, and I don't think the deepest depths have been reached, and I want to continue seeking and striving for that. And you all, if you will be my brave companions and journey along with me, that would be most rewarding, most fantastic. That puts fuel in my fire and wind in my sails. If you haven't yet checked out the Patreon or checked out my books, go look at the links down below. I really encourage you to do so. If you care about this channel, about its stability, about its future, that's what those are there for. Monstrous Heroes. What can I tell you about Monstrous Heroes? I'm hoping and praying and striving to have this thing done. The plan is that it's going to be launched second quarter this year, so just within the next few months. It's getting ready to go into the layout phase, which is a big milestone. So got to do a lot of layout, still some secondary parts that need fleshing out. I've been communicating with the print company, and they'll take their time to get it printed as well. The time necessary is what I mean. But the light at the end of the tunnel for Monstrous Heroes is getting bigger and brighter and closer, and it's in a very late phase. The mega campaign. I've been talking about this some recently in my newsletters and Bard streams. So there's this great concept of this big mega campaign that's taking place in my setting of Ikoros that I'm currently rebuilding and reworking and trying to take it to a greater level than ever before. And this idea of this mega campaign is sort of a West Marches style, with my whole community essentially, or possibly, being the players and the GMs and everyone together in this living, persistent RPG world. And that will help with the world building, that will help you all engage with my content and my world. It's this great positive feedback loop, and it's very exciting to me. I feel really excited about the concept of the mega campaign, and that will also lead into some more live streamed adventures that I do. That also connects to the next book, the next Kickstarter project that I'm going to be running, which will be an Ikoros setting book plus campaigns, like a campaign setting all in one, with an adventure path, with a bunch of world building and world details, also some player options in there as well. It will connect to Esper's Emporium of Esoterica. It will connect to Monstrous Heroes, though those two books will not be absolutely required or necessary in order to use the Ikoros campaign setting and to enjoy it. So those sorts of things, the Ikoros setting book, my next Kickstarter, and the mega campaign, and more live streamed adventures, and the relaunch of my world, those are all closely tied together. They're all in the works. They're in very early stages, and I'm trying to take my time to get things right and give it the best chance possible to be great and to have a really, really good shot at being something that sustains, something that's fulfilling to me and to other people, and it's inspiring to us. I'm putting my heart and soul into these projects. Another, I guess, realization we'd say has to do with the books that I make, the products that I make. The truth is, I am overly ambitious. I bite off more than I can chew. I don't have a manager that helps keep me on track and help keep things objective and practical. So I've just been sort of learning trial and error, bumbling my way stupidly through this. But I am learning my lesson. I've talked to people that have a lot of experience in the RPG sphere, even some people that are high up in the industry, and they've said things to me like, Esper, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're killing yourself spending 1.5 years, 2 years on these books. You know, the Emporiums, that should have been 2 books. Monstrous Heroes, that should have been 2 books. Like, you're just going way too overly complicated and way too ambitious. Make it more practical, scale it in. They don't have to be so incredibly big. Make it to where you can create the products and create the products faster, not sacrificing the quality, still keeping the quality at that level, at that high level, right? And staying true to yourself and to your style and your artistry and the things that people enjoy your brand for. But man, like, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. That's a hard lesson to learn, and something that I'm really taking to heart and thinking about going forward. And that's another benefit to this new format of video that I'm going to be doing, not in all the videos, but in some of them, because it cuts down on the script writing time and the editing time, which can be very time consuming and labor intensive. So I'd say that pretty much sums everything up. I'm trying to figure out how to stabilize my channel and my brand and my business. I'm seeking suggestions and input from you all. I'm trying this new format of video and some other ways to improve things overall on my channel, to continually get better, to do all my due diligence to try to make the channel the best that it can be, and at the same time finding ways to mitigate the awful roller coaster that is the YouTube algorithm and all of its mysterious whims. Monstrous Heroes is really far along, should be launching here in just a few months, and the next projects of the Mega Campaign, the relaunch of my Ikoros campaign setting, and my next book are in very early phases and in the works, and I feel a lot of excitement and inspiration that's motivating me forward with all that. So thank you very much, all of you. It is an absolute honor to be able to do this kind of work and to hopefully provide something of value to you all. So until we meet again, my brave companions, wish you all the best, and as always, may your adventures be many.